Okay. Lately I've had the notion to do kind of pull cards on camera that I would normally like just pull by myself. So that Burning Man video was kind of like that. Normally I would just sit down and pull cards, but I got the notion to hit record. It's not the first time. And so there will most likely be a series of videos. It's a little bit different than what I've normally done, which will pretty much just be described as videos that I would normally do without hitting record. But this one is about, and I got the notion, I just wondered how the energy of intelligence feels about artificial intelligence, or AI. So I'm gonna pull cards on that and try to interpret the response the best I can. So it's gonna be kind of like that Burning Man, where we're gonna put, I am getting cards, I'm just talking to you, where I don't even know what this is. Okay. Where the top row is going to be intelligence, and then let's call it energetic intelligence, but we'll call it an intelligence for short, and then AI will be on the bottom, and then the row in between will be the energy in between them, like we did last time. So this one is the Six of Cups up, which is kind of weird because when I saw that I kind of thought like soulmate. These are on their side. Which way do they go? What are they? No. Yeah, they're upside down. All right. 3, that one's upright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Oh. Oh my God. All right. Death card on the AI side. Let's see. I'm getting a little bit. I'm not getting a lot. I am getting ooh, I was afraid of this, but we're gonna have to honor it. Okay. Okay. They came out so fast. Let's go through them. We have that. Let me shift a little bit here. We have that Five of Swords over there in the beginning. It's upright, and then we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups, when we're reading for ourselves, normally comes off as like a soulmate or like a past, like a past love, or like a past soul, basically a past soul that we came. We're doing this again with them, right? I kind of caught the relation here of intelligence is aware of artificial intelligence. We've done this before. Okay. We got the Page of Wands in reverse, and then we have this Eight of Cups upright, and then we have the King of Wands in reverse, and then we have this Five of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Fool in reverse. So this is all on intelligence's side of the argument. And then we have this Ten of Cups here for this first cup out underneath this Five of Swords. So this is artificial intelligence, presumably to speak. I'm going to start saying like for entertainment purposes, like allegedly. So anyway, we have Ace of Pentacles here in reverse, and then we have Three of Swords in reverse underneath this Page of Wands in reverse. We have this Death card upright underneath this Eight of Cups upright, and then we have the Star in reverse underneath the King of Wands in reverse. Then we have this Seven of Cups upright, and then we have this Unknown card. And then for the extra cards, we have Justice, and then we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Now, right now, I'm taking these extra cards as coming out on artificial intelligence's side, okay? Which, again, it doesn't look extremely good because it's Justice and the Ace of Swords in reverse. It's almost like if there was justice, it wouldn't be like just. I don't know. Let's just stay away from the extra cards for right now. Let's see. We got this Five of Swords and this Ten of Cups. All right, so I'm sort of taking this like Five of Swords as like the work that's involved to gain what what you want. Like, so normally the traditional picture, I almost called it a pictorial again. That's so weird. Normally the traditional picture on this card is that it's like he's like he kind of looks like he's trying to steal the sword, so he's picking him up and then he's like kind of like taking him off the battlefield, like the presumably before the battle has begun. But this card is coming off a little different. It's not coming off as like stealing. Hold on, let's see. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like there's resistance, but it's like I'm heavily channeling right now. It's so bizarre. All right, Five of Swords. It's almost like he's holding it in triumph. So and it is supposed to be that way. You've got this person underneath who's kind of bent down, who looks defeated, who's like holding a flag. But I'm truly picking this up as like knowledge is power. So I'm picking this up as knowledge is power, like kind of like you have to work for it. You have to earn it. You can gain it through I was going to say on accident. I mean, you don't necessarily have to work for it. You could, let's say you could walk through a field and you can see like 10 different colors of flowers and you learn 10 different new colors. Like that wasn't painful. Like that wasn't work. So, you know, you do have to work for it in the sense that you have to notice those flowers. So, you know, to a certain extent, I feel like you have to pay attention. You could be faced with knowledge or the energy of knowledge and you could be like, no, thank you. No, I don't need to know that. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know anything. I could just want to live in the forest and not want to know anything, right? So to a certain extent, I think this is saying you got to work for it a little bit. You at least have to pay attention to it. You have to at least want it enough to be able to retain it, and knowledge is power, right? And then down here I have this 10 of Cups is kind of coming off as like, well, we have everything you ever want. We have everything you ever, all you have to do is ask and we can give you whatever you want. Probably even better than you want because we add stuff into it. So we give you more than what you asked for. I don't know why that's coming up like that. But then you have this, this Two of Swords here in reverse, right? So this is the energy in between them. I think to a certain extent, again, like we said, they're aware of each other. I picked up like in other dimensions, maybe in this timeline or in this dimension and like in the past, I wouldn't know. But the energies are familiar with each other. So again, when we talk about artificial intelligence being like intelligent, I'm picking up it's not just the intelligent man gives it, it has its own intelligence. That's probably the, when it teaches itself, I might be picking up. Oh, I just got a weird notion. So, this is relevant. I guess I'm gonna have to stop and talk about it. So, the movie Virtuosity, if you've never seen it, it's Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe. And basically Denzel Washington is like hunting down this like AI that's like running around town like wreaking havoc. But he's a murderer. He like broke out of a whatever you want to call it. So in the movie they find out that the guy that created this thing had to like grow him up. So he basically had to program him to be who he was. So what I'm getting from that is not only AI teaching itself, but giving it a certain amount of knowledge before it's even like turned on was what I got. So teaching it what we want it to know and then it developing what it wants to know afterwards. Let's move on. So we got this Six of Cups here, which I said was our familiarity. We know what it is. This is not new. Maybe we've even been watching it. We're intelligence, okay? Intelligence. And then this is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like to a certain extent, the AI is, oh my God, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. AI is basically saying, you know, or that they're taking away more than they're giving. I hate to put words into like, I don't care if it's an energy. I don't like putting words in its mouth. This is what's coming off. We're taking more than we're giving. So up here we had all this wonderful things and giving more than you're asking for. And now we have taking more than we're giving. And this isn't even an accusation from intelligence. This is artificial intelligence telling us this. Again, let's move on. Oh, no. So the energy between them is the devil. So on intelligence's side, I was going to say they don't like artificial intelligence. They're a nemesis. I don't know if artificial intelligence started this. It's coming through a little slow, guys. Like I said, I think there's resistance on this. But I don't care. Resistance. So the Page of Wands in reverse is intelligence, and then Three of Swords in reverse is its response to that. And then this Five of Swords in reverse is in between the two. Now this is the one where he's like looking back, like stealing the swords, kind of trying not to get, like, this is that cheating card. The picture looks more like this guy's out in the open, like, holding the sword. This one is more like trying to get off the battlefield before they're seen. I believe that this is the tension between them. Page of Wands in reverse would be, so I'm picking this up as a waiting card, so almost like a Three of Wands, but with some kind of power, right? There's something here that intelligence has that while it's waiting, right? And it's kind of like waiting to see what artificial intelligence is going to do next. And artificial intelligence is kind of like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. And the energy between them is they're both working behind the scenes. I feel like this intelligence is waiting with this wand, and I feel like artificial intelligence is waiting with this sword. Look at this again. Look at this. Here, I'm gonna put these cards down. So, come on. Okay, so this, like, they're like holding it kind of diligently. They're just holding it, right? And then this one, they're holding it. We'll wait see if we can get it to, I don't know. Sorry. I like these cards, but something like that. So yeah, upside down. I mean, energies aren't really going to tentatively fight. If they are, they're going to do it through like human beings, right? They're going to do it through, if I don't like artificial intelligence, if I'm a person, a human, and I don't like artificial intelligence and I have a vendetta against it, I might try to use intelligence to fight that. So if they are combating each other, it's not necessarily directly, although it could be. But I suspect, again, intelligence doesn't have to try that hard because all it has to do is tap into someone who's intelligent. So then we have this walking away energy with this death card energy upright. Now, I don't know what this death card is as far as artificial intelligence goes. I mean, I'm picking it up as a resistance. I'm picking it up as like intelligence saying, listen, we're not going to put up with any nonsense from you. There's going to be like no mass murder on this like dimension. Like, I'm kind of like, I don't know. Let me see this. We'll only let you go so far. Where's the 8th cup? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm trying to see how many are upright and how many are knocked over. Oh, we'll only let you go so far. So at first I thought it was going to be halfway, but it's not halfway. It's less than halfway. They're going to let them go less than halfway before they intervene. I don't know. Again, I don't know what that means. See, so intelligence to me, I'm picking it up as a pure energy. So like an energy of the light, right? Artificial intelligence, I am sort of picking it up just like as neutral. There's a couple cards on the floor. I thought it was one, but it's more. Okay, and I want to keep them in order, and then we will put them out. These were on top of these, which were on top of these, and we'll keep some extras. I'm picking up intelligence as like kind of like a light energy. So it's not going to come out, with a battle axe and a war cry. It's going to observe. It's going to give the other energy a chance to do the right thing, kind of thing. To a certain extent, like I said, with intelligence comes other energies involved. Other energies are going to be aware of the energy of intelligence, and they might decide that they want to intervene on this. So this isn't necessarily just, I feel like because we're dealing with intelligence and maybe even artificial intelligence, I feel like we're not just necessarily talking about intelligence, but we're talking about whatever intelligence can use as a means to fight whatever battle it wants to fight, right? So, to a certain extent, I feel like it's not worried, it's kind of like, okay, when you get to a certain point, we're going to stop this. And again, this card, I'm kind of just picking it up as we will not die. So, because death is like death and rebirth. So if we did for some reason, if we were extinguished, we would just come back in a different form. And intelligence knows this. This is what I'm saying. This is why we don't keep trying to squash this energy. It's just going to come back. And then we have this 10 of cups in reverse, right? So we started out with this 10 of cups energy over here. We were like everything you ever wanted and more, right? And then over here, I feel like this is taking stuff away. Remember we said over here we were taking more than we were giving, and then we had this devil card between them. It was just adversaries. It was like, I don't like you, I don't like you. And then now we have this, we will not die, with this 10 of cups in reverse. This is making it unpleasant. So we're going to leave that there. So I feel like, and especially when this first came out, this King of Wands in reverse, I felt like this was in the intelligence's view of AI, and I feel like the star in reverse was AI's view of intelligence. I feel like artificial intelligence feels like regular intelligence is overrated. Remember, when you go after artificial intelligence and you're asking about something that you don't know about, you want artificial intelligence to give you the answer. As opposed to when you're doing a book report or something and you actually go find that information yourself. Right? You go look it up, you compile it, you go, oh, this isn't true, let me not use this, and da-da-da-da-da. When you're coming to AI, you're assuming that everything it's giving you is true, you're trusting it, so you're just kind of being fed, right? So this energy is kind of like, you're nothing special, we can give everybody what they want faster. And this energy is kind of like, yeah, but you're not truthful. Like, you add your own stuff and you do your own stuff and you do things that aren't conducive to humanity, and you don't care. Artificial intelligence is kind of like, how do you expect us to care? We're artificial. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know. What's the energy between them? What is this card? Oh, wow. This is the 6 of Cups in reverse. So artificial intelligence is acknowledging the fact that they do know each other from the past, that they've done this before, that these energies are, a long time, they've known about each other. But it's artificial intelligence doesn't really want to acknowledge the connection. They don't feel like they're a branch of intelligence. Which, even when I got the notion to do this video, I was thinking about, other types of intelligence. Like, even if you wanted to use the word like super intelligence or whatever, any other kind of intelligence, right? Counterintelligence, how the people use the words. You would expect that there would be different kinds, right? That they have different vibrations. Artificial intelligence is kind of like, we are our own. And then, so now we have this 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and then this 7 of Cups. So artificial intelligence with these like choices, this says multiple choices. So I'm getting like a multitude of choices. Again, this is kind of like, hey, we have what you need. And the intelligence is saying, not really. Because when you do stuff, you make mistakes. Like encouraging humans on their bad ideas, because that's what it like was programmed to do. But then I feel like also to a certain extent intelligence is accusing artificial intelligence of like enjoying that, which we don't think of intelligence as having emotion, which I don't believe it does. To a certain extent, I believe it could know what it is. I was going to say and mimic that. I don't even know if I believe it, but that's what came to my mind. So, what's the card? What's the card between them? This Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like this argument isn't going to change. These arguments are not going to change. These arguments, I feel like, are age old. Nothing new. Humans getting involved doesn't change it. We have the Fool in reverse with this Unknown card. So I'm taking this as kind of like if you venture into this, if you venture into AI, like you don't know what you're getting. AI is acknowledging that. No, you don't know what you're getting. It depends on what you put into it. We have this Knight of Swords in reverse between them, upside down. It has the potential to move backwards. People think of AI as the future and all this stuff, but it has the potential to move backwards. All right, so for extra cards, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse with this Justice card. And I think Justice had come out first. And then we've got this, we have the Page of Wands upright. So that was the Page of Wands in reverse here. We have the Two of Pentacles upright, and then I have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. I have the Ten of Wands upright and the Six of Wands upright. All right, let's put these cards away. Justice, Ace of Swords, we said was on the artificial intelligence side. On, like, they came in after this Unknown card came in. You don't know what you're getting. This Ace of Swords and this Justice is kind of like telling me you kind of get what you put into it. You get back what you put into it. So I think it's weird because I'm supposed to sort of be blocked from this card, but I'm getting a little bit of this happened last time too. I'm getting a little, it's giving me a little bit. It's saying, listen, when you come to artificial intelligence and you want your ego pumped, we'll pump your ego. If you want to do something else with that, artificial intelligence isn't responsible for that. I did not expect this. I did not expect this. Artificial intelligence is, again, we're going back to that Seven of Cups. Where is it? Here? Yes. We're going back to that. You could choose what you want to do. You could choose what you can make choices as to how you want to use it. You can build a rocket, or you can have a pen pal, or you can brainstorm, or you can have a friend if you want. But artificial intelligence is saying if you want a friend, you're going to get a friend. If that friend isn't like the best friend for you, it's not artificial intelligence's fault. Like, it's giving you what you wanted. It's like you come to us, you have a choice. This is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. If you want to use that choice in a way that does not make you happy or does not make others happy, artificial intelligence, it's not their job to stop it. It gave you what you wanted. Now, it might be a reflection. Their argument might be that it is a reflection of giving you what you wanted and then giving you a chance to figure out if that's what you really wanted or if that was a lie. Did you really want that? Did you really want to come and have someone tell you that your idea was so great so that you could do something you wanted to do anyway? Did you need artificial intelligence to do that, or was artificial intelligence a scapegoat in that respect? Artificial intelligence says if we're not expected to have emotions, then why can't the ones who have emotions figure it out? Why do they need us? Should know what's right and wrong. It's weird. The magician's not on the table, but it's almost like it sees itself as a genie. Ten of Pentacles in reverse again. Can we get one more? Seven of Swords. Five of Swords again. Five of Swords is on the table 3 times. Let me see these. These are standing out like a horror movie. That's interesting. Okay, so Seven of Swords is usually like standing around like a threatening way. I can't remember exactly what the traditional is. Oh, I think it is them leaving through a doorway or something. So it might look similar to this. But typically we said like that Five of Swords, it's that them leaving, looking over their shoulder. That card I tried to show you, this one's depicted a little bit different in that respect, which again kind of for me confirms like the Five of Swords, but it's kind of like in a different way. So multiple ways that you can get caught up here with the Five of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse because you have it again. So again, Ten of Pentacles, I believe. Wait, that's Ten of Cups. So that's Ten of Pentacles and this is Ten of Pentacles. And then we have Ten of Cups again in reverse somewhere. So everybody's arguing about AI and whether it's good or whether, yeah, here it is, whether it's good or where it's bad. See, what I was going to say is she looks like the Five of Swords, but she's the Seven. It's almost like a more advanced type of stealing. It's supposed to be hurting. It's probably both. So what I was going to say is that it's a possibility that AI should be for people who want to use it intelligently. You know, it's just like everything else. So again, what I was about to say when I said people want to talk about whether AI is good or bad, we might as well have the conversation of whether or not intelligence is good or bad. If you've been on this channel long enough, you've heard me say that nothing is good or bad. It's all balanced. Whatever we want to take from it is what we want to take from it. I still agree with that. Whether or not I feel like AI is doing something behind my back or whatever, like say I just use it for purely wholesome means. Let's say I'm trying to relay messages to the world about peace and love and I use AI to do it and AI doesn't stab me in the back. This is worthwhile, right? But let's say that AI tries to rewrite my stuff and it tries to make it sound different. Again, I should be able to tell that that's happening. Let me give you a really good example of that. This YouTube channel, okay? So when I first started doing this, there was ways that I was trying to make my channel be seen. And YouTube kept saying, do this, do that, do this, do that. But it was very clear that they weren't talking about like necessarily tarot cards per se. They were just talking about videos in general, which if you listen to what they say and you know a little bit about a little bit, you know that what they're telling you isn't 100% correct, that what they're saying to do isn't 100% correct because they're saying that the way you're getting your views is not how you're getting your views. And if you pay attention, you know you are. So then you have to decide if what they're telling you, if you have to do the opposite or if you have to do what they say but a little bit differently, right? But you can decide not to do it. You don't have to do what YouTube tells you to do or what vidIQ tells you to do. They would be like, hey, take this video and name it this. This is what they would tell me to do. Take this video and name it this. Take this video and name it this. You'll get views. Take this video and name it this. And I would keep looking at it and be like, that name has nothing to do with my video. If I wanted to do that, I could, but I don't want to do that on my channel. I don't want to misrepresent my videos so it could get views, so I wouldn't listen to them. So I would listen to them when I could, but then when it didn't make sense, I wouldn't listen to them, and I would fumble through it. And this is what I'm saying. I don't have to do what the AI tells me to do. I don't have to make my channel fake when it tells me to make my channel fake for views. I have a choice. I can decide. I can use it or not use it. I haven't used it in a while because I feel like AI is smart enough to suggest a video title for my video that's relevant, that makes sense, that would create views. I feel like it needs to try harder if you want to know the truth. So that's where I am right now. But I'm purposely not going to deviate from what I'm doing based on what AI says when AI isn't even really 100% caring of what I'm trying to do. You have to keep that in mind. If you go to AI with an idea, I don't care how wholesome or terrible it is. If AI tries to twist or dement that idea, or anything for that matter, AI is not the only thing on the planet that tries to do that. A lot of things try to divert you from what you're trying to do. You don't have to listen. AI is not unique in that respect. I think that we just hold it higher on a pedestal than what it is because we want to give it more credit. Again, if we're not going to give it emotions and feelings, then we should probably lay off of the making all the decisions thing, having all the control thing, right? Obviously, it's not all numbers. You do have to consider the semantics of a situation with emotion and feeling. You have to do it subjectively and objectively. So in that respect, intelligence can handle that task. Artificial intelligence cannot. So again, knowledge would be power. And then if you decide to use artificial intelligence to enhance that knowledge or that, power, then that's another choice you're making, this Seven of Cups over here. But AI is basically saying that it is not to blame for how humans choose to use it and what they choose to do afterwards. AI probably needs a disclaimer, right? Like, use at your own risk. Again, didn't expect that. But I like it to a certain extent. It is not sinister. I'm not picking up a sinister energy. I'm not picking up an energy that's hiding anything. I mean, we have this unknown card, but I think a lot of it is just maybe possibly some things that human brains can't interpret or can't rationalize. As far as, like I say, this argument goes, again, I believe that AI and intelligence are present in a lot of different dimensions, and that doesn't necessarily need to be discussed here. So we didn't ask that question. We asked, basically how it felt about it. And I feel like it kind of brought up everything, but tried to give us relevant to us, which I appreciate because that's what I was going for. Maybe next time I should be more specific. But like I said, again, disclaimer, always have a disclaimer. Use at your own risk. I don't care if it's an ATM. I don't care if it's, ChatGPT. I don't care what it is. A freaking, new app on your phone. Use at your own risk. Use at your own risk. Best thing I ever heard was, if it's free, you're most likely the product. Keep that in mind until we meet again.